Hello team. Today we are going to proceed with table partitioning part 2. In the first video, what we have learned is how the left, what is the table partitioning, normalization, how the left range and right range works and everything, right? Today we are going to complete the table partitioning series, okay, so that you are able to do on your the table partition on your own. So here today we are going to learn like how we are going to create the partition and how we are going to split the partition, how we are going to merge those partitions, how we are going to truncate those partitions, how we need to improve, how we came to know that performance got improved using the table partitioning. We will see all of these things in this session. Okay. First of all, I'm going to delete this old adventure works, okay, so that I can restore database, come here and go to add do drive. Where is my D drive? Okay, come here and you just come down here and adventure works, click OK. So we have successfully restored AdventureWorks 2019 sample database, which is came from Microsoft. So now, okay, I'm going to take the script here. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create the file group. By default, we have one primary file group, right? So now I'm going to create four file groups. One is sales order 1, sales order 2, sales order 3, sales order 4. If you click execute, so you can see that how many file groups that you have using the T-SQL query, or otherwise refresh the database instance, sorry, and go to the AdventureWorks database, click properties and go to file groups. Here you will able to see, but number of files we don't have, all are 0. Okay, now what I am doing here is I'm going to create one file and I'm going to add that one file to the respective file groups. Here I'm going to create sales order one file, data file. I'm assigning to the sales order one. Like that I am going to assign for each one and two and everything, right? So just come here and yeah, click execute. Yeah, it is done. And refresh the database once and go to AdventureWorks properties, come here, file group. See, here I am having sales order 1, sales order. If you go to files here, you will see able to see here. Sales order 1 file, data file is belongs to sales order 1 file group. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to here, I'm going to create a partition function. Partition function is a logical boundary. Okay, so I am indirectly I'm telling. First of all, let's see that how we can doing the data and everything, right? Okay, and for example, this is the table. This is the original table. What we have from AdventureWorks 2019 database. If you click here, um, I'm having I'm having okay, here what I'm doing, I'm doing some group by and order by. So here I'm having 1607 orders in the year of 2011. So in 2012 this we have this many orders. Okay, so this is the undivided partition table. Okay, you just observe that. Okay, now what I'm trying to achieve here is I'm going to create a partition. I'm telling that what I'm telling here is um, as of now I didn't create any partitions, right? So now I'm telling I'm right now I'm having four partitions, two partitions, right? Four files are there, but for I am using only for two. What I am telling, what I am trying to achieve is I am going to create a partition function with the name called pf partition function, so that I can easily identify, okay, and identify pf underscore sales order and for the left range for values of 2011 and 2030. That means in the first file group, in the first file group, it is the logical boundary, right? So next I am telling 2011 and 2013 means 2012 data and 2013 data will be in same file. So that what you need to understand. Click execute. Okay, so now what I'm telling you now, I'm creating the logical physical partitioning. It means 2011 data will come into sales order 1. 2012 and 2013 data will come into sales order 2, and whatever to the whatever comes after 2013, it may be for 2014, 15, 16, everything will comes under sales order 3. Okay, and sales order 4 is the next file group. We are not using, we are giving it a spare. Okay, now what I'm telling, I have created that partition. Right now I'm just giving, assigning the files. Done. Now it is saying that sales order fin as marked as next file group. Okay, done. That is also done. Now what I am doing here is I am inserting some data. So here I am creating create order year here as persisted. Persisted means the data will be in constant from, even though it is computed or it is taken by that, the value is persisted. Okay, and you can create only partition on persisted columns. Okay, and the data order year data we are not inserting, it is coming from the order data column and we are picking only the year. Okay, and primary key we are creating on which column? Order id and order year. On these two columns we are going to create, okay, partition. uh, we are placing the primary key which is like partition. So we are on which column? On order year, on order id and order year also we are doing that. So I am creating one table. Click execute. Now come down here. Now I am inserting some data. So this data will automatically will get executed and distributed as per file partition. Now if you see here, come down, come here. Now this is the version, this is the table, right? This is the partition table, this is the original table. If you see that, you don't find any difference. Okay, see, 2011 data will contain, this is the partition table. I am opening the calculator. So here this is 2011 data. So we have 2011 data. What we have written the logic, first file will contain 2011 data, second file will contain 2013 and 2012. Okay, will contain. Now if you calculate here, what is the 2000 value here in the 3915 plus 14182. See, total we have nine. See, 18097, 18097, and the last one 2011 data. I told you, right? Whatever data comes after 2013, it will be there in 2040 in the third file group. So now what we have understand means we successfully inserted the data, and the data we created the table as per the primary tables and everything. This data got distributed. So now what suddenly will management come you, Arsha, we unknowingly we have done the partition, right? Like we have kept 2013 and 2012 data in one file group, but we don't require that. We need to split, we need to maintain second file group as into second file group only. 2012 data have to kept in second file group only, please split it. So now what we need to do, alter partition function, sales order. Now I am going to split for range 2012. So I am just splitting that. Click execute. Now you just go back and check this. See, same 16737. Now we have successfully splitted the partition function. Okay, now what we need to do here is, I told you that, right? We have successfully splitted the range partition. This now this data 11, 12, 13, 14. After whatever 14 comes in this year, it will contain the data. For example, I will tell you. I am inserting. I am inserting. I am inserting 2015 data. Previously it is one, right? Now if you see here, See, previously it was like one here, one, but whatever it comes here, it will be there in the 14 partition as well. If you want, you can, you have, for example, now it is there. Now what we need to do here is, if you want to further split more, we don't have any files, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to create one more file group with the name called sales order file. Okay, and see, and if I try to split, okay, it will throw an error. Okay, what you are trying to go and sit and there in the sales order function everything. Okay, and there is no function as well, right? If I split here, okay, let's see how, what is the error we get. See, the partition sales order file doesn't have any file group. It is telling that you already used all the file groups, where I need to go and see. It is throwing an error. It's not error, it's just generic warning message. So what I am doing, I am going to assign one file. Okay, now let's try what is the error it is saying. Still doesn't have any file group. You have created, but you have to tell me that, right, that is the next file group or not. So now if you use this function, so now I am telling that whatever comes, okay, what are the next data comes. So you have to use sales order 5. Now if you try the split here, so everything will go smooth. Okay, now let's go and check that error, see that error. Now this is the partition table, this is unpartitioned table, okay, versional table. Now if you see here, 2015 data got inserted, got moved to the fifth partition. In the original table we have not inserted, right? So it will just to show you comparison wise, in the original data I didn't done any insert or any operations on that. Okay, so 15 data got inserted. So this is how you can split the ranges and everything. Now, so what we need to come here, and this is done. So in this video we have learned and how to split and how to add the file groups and everything, right? So now what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to how we can merge and everything. I will show you that one. And new query. For example, let's assume that I'm having 500 GB of data in the main production table. In the 500 GB of data, 400 or 300 of GB data I'm not at all using. I want to move or truncate the data. I want to delete the data. I want to move something, whatever it could be. Some requirements may vary, right, from organization to organization. If you do that, if you go with the delete operation of 300 of data, so many logs will be there and log file will get increased. That is the true. If you truncate the data, you cannot truncate. Why? Because everything will get wiped out. So you cannot do that. So, and for example, if you go and insert one table of data like in batch wise, it will be also like hectic, and it is like CPU intensive program, right? So I will show you how we can overcome all this. I'm going to create one history table. You can call it as archive table also. Okay, so now I am having here, see, this is the old partition, right? So here partition table, I'm anchoring in the shadow table. I can call it as shadow archive, whatever it could be, right? Now what I'm telling you, if you want to move or you want truncate, if you want to archive the table, so what we have the command called order table switch partition 1. Okay, so I'm asking you that add in the table of order, in the table order table orders, switch partition 1. Okay, and to history table partition 1. I am telling that why? Because I in the archive table I have created same partition key and same what the original table is using. If you see the magic, within fraction of seconds, it will got changed. The reason behind this is switching partition is a not a DML operation, it's a DDL operation. That's the reason it will going to change head, it will not going to check the leaf level. So that's the reason, even it could be TBs of data, GBs of data, doesn't matter, it will complete in a fraction of seconds. Okay, so now if you see, now I am truncate, right? Previously I am having 1761 rows, now it could be 0 in the main table. See, it could be 0, right? So now this is how we have to switch or we have to archive from production table to archive table. Done. Now what we need to do here is, now we have successfully done that, right? We have successfully 88412. But what is the use of 2011 data? We have removed that, everything was removed, right? So what is the use of having this one is, with empty hand? So we can merge when there is no data, we can maintain that there is no, but when, for example, if we have maintaining like this, I mean the list will go very huge. And so it's one of the best practice. See, um if we are living in house and we are not more using that, either we have to give the rent, or we kept the house only and it will get damaged, right? So the same reason here, I need to merge 2011 partition with the 2012. So for this we have a beautiful command, alter partition function name sales order merge range. Okay, I'm just doing that. If you see that here, okay, I'm just taking one snap so that you can understand. Okay, so now I'm clicking execute button here. Now you just go through the orders, see the orders. Now see 2012, what is the partition ID? We are having like 1484, right? Now when we merged here, okay, that 2008 584 has removed and it got merged into 2012. So what 2012 year data is there. Okay, so that's how, this is how we need to merge the partition. And the split we have already used and everything we have used, right? Okay, now for example, let's assume that, right, we want to remove that, for example, I am having 14,182 records in the partition table 2, right? Sorry, in the partition number 2. Now if I use that, okay, I'm just truncating, I'm using that table, okay, DBA truncate table. If I use that partition 2, okay, so let's assume that we are having one core or 10,000 records. If we delete that, so how much time it will take? It will not take. For example, if you want to remove certain partition using truncate will erase whole data. But here we can achieving the delete kind of thing using truncate. So previously I'm having 40,000 in year of 2 in the partition 2, right? So if I do truncate here, see how fast it could be. It is done. Now you just go through and check that. See, we have removed. Even the course of data doesn't matter, it will get deleted. Okay, now that's the beauty of the table partition. Okay, now what I want to do here, I just this is done. Now go back to the scripts and go to performance tuning. Now how partition is useful for you, for us? First of all, for you have to know for what for what function, either for archiving you are using the table partitioning, for performance tuning you are tuning, you may partition, we have n number of reasons to use the table partitioning. If performance tuning comes into picture, first you need to collect the workload. I mean, so many, what are the queries that are usually runs? You need to collect a sample of workload and you have to create the partition and you have to check that either it is working useful or not, performance wise, or it is giving the same result or not. You have to check and then implement in the production. If if you are using performance tuning only for performance benefits. Now let's see that how it is will useful. I am creating one table, unpartitioned table, with the same thing, same data and everything, just for namesake to identify that, right? So I'm just done that. Now what I'm doing is I'm inserting the data. It is done. Now I'm going to unique queue cluster index on unpartitioned table. That is also done. Now I'm cleaning the buffers and pressure cache and everything. So this is also done. Now here I am having literals. I am filtering the order year based on 2011. Okay, in the partition table and in the order step. This is unpartitioned table. This is the partition table. Okay. So I'm just want to enable this thing. I just check that. Click execute button. Come here. So both are having, okay, and 2011 data, right? So let's see how it goes. So even the data, I have merged the partition in everything. That's the problem. Okay, we will see that 2012. Okay, so this many rows. So here I am having 131 logical reads and here 18 logical reads. Okay, now if you go to execution plan, the unpartitioned table is having query cost of 87%. It is having 32%. Okay, that's good. Result wise, I am having 3039 rows and I'm having 3930 rows. Okay, so here we can see clear reason. Okay, and the performance tuning is helping a lot for us. And I'm reviewing the clean pages and procedure cache as well, so that we came to know. And we are having some group by function. And when you use the group by function here, see here, and the unpartitioned table I'm having 131 reads and order partition table I have 31 reads. So here IO wise the partition table is winning. And query cost, it is like 68% unpartitioned table and 32% unpartitioned table. So here also the win is for partitioning only. Now again, uh, remove this, remove and everything cache. Now just leave. But here I am filtering. I am filtering the where quantity is equal to 2, not the part on the partitioning column. If you click execute here, come here. Here I am having 131 and 73 and 63 and okay. This is also giving the better. Okay, now what I am going to do? Now what I am going to do is I am going to create a non-clustered index on order year. Mainly I'm order year and including an order ID, product ID, quantity and order date. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to non-clustered index on partition table as well. Okay, and now I just select that, click go. It is done. Now let's see how it reacts when this thing works. Okay, now I'm removing everything. Now let's filter these years and how it works. Now 18 here. Okay, now we are having 17. Okay, that's good, almost a little bit same. So here 50% and 50%. Okay, it means not more difference, and but one page is very high. I mean, here also we are having one page only. Okay, for partition query, but both are same almost. Now just remove that, click execute. Now we are partitioning column, right? So click execute. Now done. So here I am having 199 records and 66 records. If I click execute here, 64 and 36. That is done, no problem, very good. And now just clean all these pages, click execute, come down. Now here you need to observe one thing. We are not passing the literals or not, we are not filtering on the partitioning column, key columns, right? So now let's see how it works. See 119 6 okay, so yeah, here also we have giving different result here. And result, let's go result. Okay, 3131 31. Okay, so here also we are having giving the results are same. like I mean same result, and the win is for a partition table only. But sometimes the most one thing what we need to observe is when you are passing when you filtering using where command using the partition key column values, then you can benefit you can enjoy the benefits of like table partitioning. This is what I want to convey. So I'm going to give this all the scripts in Google Drive. So you just download that Google AdventureWorks 2019 database and you can implement. If any doubts comes, don't hesitate. First of all, you just comment it and I will be there for you. I hope you like this video. Thank you. Bye.